Today we're here to talk about something that affects millions of people, but often lives in the shadows. Depression. It's a word that carries weight, and for many it feels like a burden too heavy to bear. But here's the truth. You are not your struggles can be stepping stones, not roadblocks. It's a concept that might seem hard to embrace when you're in the middle of a difficult moment, but it carries an undeniable truth. Every person faces challenges in life, and while these struggles can feel overwhelming, they also have the potential to teach us lessons, build resilience, and shape us into stronger, more capable versions of ourselves. Think about how diamonds are formed. They don't appear in their sparkling, polished form right away. They start as carbon, buried deep beneath the earth, subjected to immense pressure and heat. That same principle applies to us. The pressure we face in life, the moments of doubt, failure, and hardship can feel unbearable. But those very moments have the power to transform us if we approach them with the right mindset. Struggles don't exist to define or diminish us. They exist to refine us. It's important to shift how we view setbacks. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, what if we viewed them as opportunities? What struggles challenge us to think differently, to find solutions we might not have considered, and to adapt in ways that lead to personal growth. For example, someone who loses their job might initially feel like the world has come crashing down. But for many, that loss becomes the motivation to pursue a passion they'd been ignoring, or to develop new skills that open doors to even greater opportunities. Moreover, struggles can deepen our empathy and understanding of others. When you've been through hard times, you often emerge with a greater appreciation for the experiences of those around you. You can connect with others on a deeper level because you've walked in similar shoes. This shared humanity builds stronger relationships and a sense of community. It's also worth noting that struggles don't mean failure. They're a natural part of the journey, and every success story you've ever heard includes chapters of hardship. The key is to keep going, to see each struggle as a stepping stone that's bringing you closer to where you want to be. Life's challenges will test you, no doubt, but they also hold the potential to elevate you, to take you to heights you never imagined. It's not about avoiding struggles, it's about letting them shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined. Fought alone, and this struggle doesn't define you. You don't have to walk this path alone. No matter how isolating your struggles may feel, the truth is that support is always within reach if you're willing to seek it. When we face challenges, especially ones as heavy as depression or emotional pain, the instinct to retreat into ourselves can be strong. We tell ourselves that no one will understand, that our burden is ours alone to carry, or that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But none of this is true. In fact, sharing your struggles is one of the most courageous and transformative things you can do. So even if those around you don't understand, figure out what it takes for you to share your ideas, and do that first. Even if everyone else invites you to join their expedition, share your ideas first. The reality is that humans are inherently social beings. We are wired for connection and thrive when we lean on one another. Whether it's a close friend, a family member, or a trained professional, the simple act of opening up about what you're going through can make an incredible difference. Often, just speaking the words aloud can help release the pressure you've been carrying inside. And more often than not, you'll find that the people around you are not only willing to listen, but want to support you. They may not have all the answers, but their presence alone can remind you that you are not alone in this journey. It's also important to remember that seeking help doesn't mean giving up control. It doesn't mean someone else will fix everything for you. Instead, it means allowing others to walk alongside you, offering encouragement, perspective, and sometimes just the reassurance that they're there. You are still the one taking each step forward, but the journey becomes lighter when you have others by your side. No one is meant to face life's hardest challenges alone. Letting others in is not a sign of defeat, it's a sign of strength and hope. Small steps create big change. When we're faced with a challenge that feels overwhelming, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we need to solve everything at once. But the truth is, progress isn't about giant leaps. It's about the small, consistent steps we take each day that eventually lead to transformation. Life's most meaningful changes rarely happen overnight. Whether it's overcoming personal struggles, achieving a goal, or building a new habit, the journey is made up of countless small decisions and actions. Each step may seem insignificant in the moment, a single workout, one healthier meal, or even just getting out of bed. But together, these small efforts accumulate into something remarkable. They create momentum, and momentum is a powerful force for change. The beauty of small steps is that they're manageable. When the big picture feels daunting, focusing on one tiny action makes the path forward seem less intimidating. If you approach your life the best you can and focusing on one tiny action makes the path forward feel less intimidating. For instance, if you're trying to improve your mental health, you don't need to fix everything in one day. Start with one small thing, a 5-minute walk, a gratitude journal entry, or a call to a friend. That single step can be enough to shift your perspective and motivate you to take the next one. Small steps also build confidence. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. That sense of accomplishment, however minor it may seem, becomes fuel for bigger changes over time. It's easy to underestimate the power of small actions, but they're the foundation for lasting transformation. Big change isn't about perfection or speed, it's about persistence. With every small step, you move closer to the life you envision, one step at a time, one moment at a time. Even the darkest clouds can't stop the sun from rising. Life is filled with moments that feel heavy and uncertain, where the weight of circumstances can make it seem like the light will never return. But no matter how dark it gets, the truth remains. The sun will rise again. It may not happen as quickly as we want, but it's inevitable. Just as nature follows its rhythm, so does life. In our darkest moments, it's easy to lose sight of hope. Pain and despair can cloud our vision, convincing us that the darkness is permanent. But just as clouds may obscure the sun without diminishing its power, our struggles don't erase the possibility of brighter days ahead. The sun doesn't stop shining because we can't see it. It's always there, waiting for the right moment to break through. This idea serves as a powerful reminder of resilience. Even when everything feels lost, there is always the potential for renewal. Life's challenges, no matter how overwhelming, are temporary. They may leave scars, but those scars often carry lessons and growth that shape who we become. They're the baseline for which we build our lives. There is camaraderie in struggle. We all face challenges and growth that shape who we become. The storms may last longer than we wish, but they don't last forever. This truth is also an invitation to trust the process of healing in time. Just as the sun rises at its own pace, so too do we heal and rebuild in our own time. There's no rushing the dawn, it comes when it's ready, but knowing that it's on its way can provide the hope and strength we need to keep moving forward. No matter how heavy the clouds may seem, they are powerless to stop the inevitable return of light. Trust that the sun will rise again because it always does. As we close, let me remind you of this. You are stronger than you feel right now. Your story is not over, and the chapters ahead hold so much possibility. Take it one step at a time. Lean on those who love you, and never lose sight of the fact that healing is possible.